Good morning, ladies of Deeper Conference. Got some things here to show you and what has been set up for you. I'll start right off the bat with if there's anything that you need to have added to this. Maybe your bio needs to be changed, or there's one class description that definitely needs to be changed. Please email it to me. There's no reason to put it in another document or anything like that. You can just put it directly in your email. Just make sure you note the section that you want. Make sure it's all been corrected. It's exactly what you want, because I'm just going to cut it and paste it. So that way, I mean, if you really knew me, you would know you don't want me checking your spelling. You don't want me doing that. I leave out letters all the time. Not letters, whole words. So just email it to me. Tell me where you want it. I'll get it done for you. So let's get started here. Let's start with Google. Each of you has a Google account, and it is with this right here. This is your domain name, deeperconference.org. So your account would be your first name at deeperconference.org. So, for instance, if I were going to change into Sarah's account, opening up Google, Sarah at deeperconference.org, and then click Next. And all of you have the same password. That is the initial password, all lowercase, and it's very confusing. So, but it's all lowercase, and it is the word password. So, PASSWORD, and when you click Next, it's going to prompt you to create your own password. So, I won't be able to monitor passwords, reinstate passwords. If you have a problem forgetting your password, you can contact me, and then I'll just change it right back to, the original password, and then set it so you can do this again. I happen to know a couple of Sarah's passwords, so I'm just going to enter what it is, and she can come back and change it later if she likes. But we have no secrets from each other. You should know that. Okay. I've entered it in both the create and in the confirm box. And click change password. I'm going to verify that it's me. So I'm going to enter in the new password. Whoop. I was going to. Evidently it was okay with me. Now, if you want to have double password protection on this, that's fine. You can go here. I'm not going to go through that because I think it's a giant waste of time for, for messages from ladies. Not communicating ladies is a bad thing. It's who wants to steal that? I don't know. Anyway, so you can see up here. Everything is set up. She is, if I click this, Sarah Winkleman, deeperconference.org. You can click on here and add your own little image to that. That's always a nice thing to do. Kind of makes it a little more personal. You have a Gmail account. You can click here on the Gmail. And there are accounts for each woman that is listed in the site. So Kim, Sarah, Jody, and this other person I haven't met yet. So that's probably why I can't remember her first name. I'm really sorry about that. Curly? Oh, no, wait, that's just her hair. Oh, my bad. Okay. This is if you want to create HTML Gmails. You don't. I just close that. Welcome. Some of you, I'm sure, have used Gmail before. So you can communicate with each other. You can instant chat. You can do all that. Now, you'll notice that it's on the Fill My Cup logo. That is because we are set up as a nonprofit, and I can have multiple domains, and we were grandfathered in, and so it's free. Otherwise, you'd have to set up as a nonprofit, have your own nonprofit number, blah, 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 blah. And I think someday that's a good thing, but, maybe not yet. So there's Gmail. That's how you get to Gmail. And I'll show you in the site how this works, and all of that. So let's do that. You have a domain, so there's nothing that anybody, there's no, this church, that church, / this file, that folder, / whatever. Your people would just type deeper conference.org. Enter. And there it is. And right off the bat, I just saw something I need to kind of tweak a little bit, but that's okay. All right, so here's your logo, or the images that you're using with things, data here. Normally this verse would stretch across here. I think that's there we are. That's what it was. So, and then of course the location of where your conference is going to be. Here's your navigation. Start at the top. Register. When you hover over the button, it changes to neon orange. When you click on it, you get a neon reg, or reg. The color reg. Surprised you haven't heard of it. Anyway, so here are each of the sessions. Potential lodging, right here as well. No. So this should be lodging, and then this should be the, right here should be the session. So number 2 to fix. Okay. I made an image of your brochure, and then I also made it so that you can click to print the Deeper 1018 brochure. That should say 1019, so I'll fix that as well. And when you click on it, notice it opens up a whole other tab, and your brochure is in PDF format. Carly, not Curly. Anyway, okay, so this is set up there for if they want to print that and utilize that as a means of getting information or all that. They don't have to do it that way, though. Scroll down. Here is where they would fill out the form for registering. This will collect the email address, first, last name, street, city, contact number, emergency contact number, and then submit. And I'll show you in a second video how to manage these submissions. If the user or the individual registering wants to pay online, there are directions here on how to do that. you would click the Pay Online button, and again a second tab would open, and it'll take you to the Karcher Church Giving URL that they have. And the directions say this. They say, first, don't get a newsletter. Nobody wants that. Deeper conference, $25 and all that. Now, in the directions, it also says that if you don't have an account, you first have to add an account. So that's that's on there as well. Okay, so that covers registration. Go back up to the navigation. Here are the speakers. I will change these dates to make sure they say 2019. Carly, Sarah, and then a little bio on each. If that needs to be changed, just send it to me, please. And then there's videos from last year's Deeper that they can click on to view. Carly, if you have a video on YouTube that you can direct me to, I would really like to put that on there. And then Kim and Jody, same thing. And then you can also click the button if you have something you want to email to one of those individuals. So they're all right there. Workshops, very similar. You have the image and description. You can tell that these descriptions are not very descriptive. So probably would like to add some things here. This description is in Google language, which is actually not a real language at all. If you want images changed and all that, just contact me and we can do that. Contact team. This has a form similar to what you just saw before. Their email, name, the person on the staff that they wish to contact, and a message. And they can send that. Again, I'll show you in a second video how that's managed. And then finally, need prayer. Same thing. Form that's filled out with a prayer request and direction. Leave a prayer request or team will pray over. So that's what you have. Now, it is dynamic, so that as you shrink the window that it's in, the web page will also adjust to that size. So as we're shrinking this, it'll jump to this look, which would be what you would see on your phone. Registration, same thing. Everything is still there and accessible. And here it puts the speakers in there as well. So that's an overall on using Google. When somebody clicks on one of these contacts with the email, that's where it's going to go. It's going to go to that deeperconference.org URL in Gmail. All right. If you have questions, always feel free to give me a holler, and I'll be happy to answer them for you. Or you can email Sarah and she can get them to me, and then I can, procrastinate longer and say it was all her fault. Okay. All right. That is your webpage. If you want some changes to it, I'm happy to do that. If you want design changes to that, I'm happy to do that as well. I just will do it very angrily. All right. Bye-bye.